This goddess, Columbia, it is in every facet of your life. It's designed so that you see this imagery everywhere and you don't even process it. You look at Marvel characters like Captain America, it's right there in your face, which is why Captain America is always played by a feminine man. You know, the goddess Columbia, if you were to ask the average American which mythical figure best represents their national character, a lot of them would say somebody like Uncle Sam, you know, some type of intimidating, patriarch. Uh, they'd always give you this, description of like an American non-state, for 100 years. But if you think about what's said, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretch who refuse of teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, the tempest tossed to me. I lift them up like a lamp beside the golden door. I mean, that sounds like a spell. And the person who made that up, their last name is Lazarus. And I mean, I don't really need to go into the Lazarus pit with all of you, I hope. But that could be its own separate video and the symbolism behind that. And Columbia as a symbol, it's far complex and it has very, very deep roots. As the creation of a political matriarch, Columbia is really only the latest name given to this goddess, who, believe it or not, is older than recorded history can even be traced. In modern times, it goes back to like the Egyptian dynasty. They used to have various names like Inanna, Ishtar. The Sumerians, they had a name for it. They used to call it Freya. But in the latest iteration, the research that I found, it goes back to like Masonic philosophy, which is, believe it or not, a very real thing. And I know a lot of you don't believe in the Freemasons probably, but I would encourage you to get on your phone, your iPhone, your tablet, if you have an Android, and just Google Masonic Lodge. And you'll find probably 3 or 4 in the city that you're in, who knows, depending on how strong their grip is. But Isis is the ancient Egyptian goddess of the moon and fertility, healing and magic. And it's supposedly the essence of femininity that's like been exalted, in her mother role as the wife. And she sits on top of a throne and she rules over the huddled masses using her whip of emotional and financial control. And if we look at what we see right now, specifically in America, we see people who are controlled financially. I know a lot of people who, if they could, they would go on vacations like at least once a month. But you're forced, once you start playing this game of this system, to work. And it's a continual work that lasts your entire life. And it's designed to be that way. It's designed to control you to that degree so that you can't achieve anything. It's designed to keep you as a constant feeder in this system. And it's a continual thing. It's designed to absolve you even in death, which is what the whole point of the Inanna Ishtar Columbia system does with this contract that's created with you at birth called a birth certificate, so that when you die, your body, your organs, whether you sign them over or not, you're still going to undergo an autopsy and they're going to try to take everything you have out of you anyway. And that's just what it is. And what do they do with this stuff? I've seen it in this culture, the culture of when Columbia was called Freya, where they would take certain vital organs and they would burn them under a tree, and they would do certain satanic rituals to ensure that whoever was killed or whoever died, they went to, I think what it's called now is hell or limbo, or stay in a perpetual state of flux. I believe now it's, something that's done to make sure that people never ascend, and they always stay unwise and stay cursed. And it curses not only them, but generationally. And believe it or not, this is not something that's new. It may be new to some of you, but this has been going on for generations. This is a generational thing, which is why the name of this entity has changed over time, and why our society is geared towards the serving of the matriarchy, the serving of women. And it's a continuous thing. I encourage you all to think about your lives and think about what you want, because every move you make should be in service to you and to your own goals and to things that you believe in, not into anything else.